We've got some new White House COVID policy. And again, I debated this morning, I don't want to talk about the ridiculousness of COVID unless I'm going to purely mock it. That is going to be my policy going forward. Here's Peter Doocy. This is Fox News. This is an actual journalist. This is a guy who goes to these ridiculous White House press conferences led by that crazy woman, Jen Psaki, and actually asks questions and follows up. This is a good guy, this Peter Doocy. He is now reporting, this is from yesterday, that the White House has their strictest lockdown measures on the way. Take a look.
It sounds like on Thursday, according to the Washington Post, and we have made contact with some White House folks. They're going to announce some of the strictest COVID regulations yet on American citizens, including, according to the Washington Post, requiring all Americans who return from abroad to quarantine in their house for up to 7 days. If that is something that they're going to propose in this speech on Thursday, there are a lot of questions. How do you enforce that? Do you send somebody to the door of somebody that just came back from overseas, regardless of vaccination status or testing status, to make sure that they are home? And also, does that apply to everybody coming into the country, not just folks who come and document it at an airport, but also the undocumented?
Okay, so that was Peter Doocy yesterday. Now, it sounds like some of the measures that they plan on bringing in are being leaked right now, but I don't want to go too far on that just yet because, as he said, they're going to supposedly announce this stuff on Thursday. So if by showtime tomorrow they've announced it, obviously we'll talk about that then. But this one that he talked about, that Americans coming back from abroad are basically going to be told to quarantine, and it sounds like it will be irregardless, as the kids say, as to whether you're vaccinated or not. They're going to make you home quarantine. I mean, this is just nonsense. It's just nonsense. They know no one's going to do it. It's all bullshit. Like, I think I've had just like the full on, like, if there was any like bit of the red pill that I had not swallowed or snorted at this point, I'm pretty sure after a couple of extra days in Florida, the last few days, like, it's just there. Like, these people are never going to stop. And all we have to do to get them to stop is say no more. I won't comply. I'm going to live my life. I'm not going to quarantine if I'm not sick. I'm going to make decisions for myself. I'm not going to fire people just because they don't do what medical decisions I want. I'm not going to be an endless, relentless, hysterical, authoritarian prick like you'd like us all to be. But we will find out. We will find out. And remember, all of this, of course, is coming from the federal government led by Joe Biden. And, he seems fine, right? There's nothing wrong with that guy. So obviously they're doing it for your own good, people.